Hey everyone, it's Roland Wright again, back with another Keyforge deck opening. This time it's for Henderson, the Viking of Windiar. This is going to be a Brobnar Logos Shadows deck. Brobnar and Logos is kind of a weird combination, I feel like. They're very different kind of personalities. And once again, I preemptively kind of cut an opening in this, so I was able to just slide it right out of there. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out what this deck has. And this is the last Brobnar deck I had. Of the first display I opened, there were only 2 Brobnar decks, so that's a shame. But let's go ahead and start right in with Anger. Gain an Amber, ready and fight with a friendly creature. Always a fun card to have. Loot the Bodies, hit the floor. This is going to be play for the remainder of the turn, gain 1 Amber each time an enemy creature is destroyed. That's a nice kind of follow-up there. Loot the Bodies is really, it can be really brutal to use that card. Tremor, stun a creature and each of its neighbors. Really good kind of a CC card there. Follow it up with another Tremor. Nice. So you can essentially stun 6 creatures if you wanted. 9 creatures. Now, is that good? Is it good to have 3 Tremors? I think so. I feel like, okay, Brobnar, I Tremor, I stun 3 of your important creatures, and then you go and I'm like, okay, I'm going to spend the turn to unstun them. That's value, right? And then you just play Tremor again, and then play it again, and it's like your opponent's like, all right, maybe I just give up on these creatures. I don't know. That's pretty funny. War Song, play for the remainder of the turn, gain an Amber each time a friendly creature fights. Very nice. Combine that with let the bodies hit the floor, or sorry, loot the bodies. You can get a lot of Amber from a single turn. Ooh, then we have Cannon. I haven't seen this before. This is an artifact. It's an uncommon artifact. As an action, just deal 2 damage to your creature. Sure, why not? All right, next up we have Earthshaker. This is an uncommon giant, of course, of a man. 7 power. Destroy each creature with power 3 or lower. That is brutal. Can you imagine a deck of like Brobnar, Sanctum, and what, like maybe Dis? Where you just have a bunch of 4+ power creatures and like 2 or 3 Earthshakers. That's bananas. Then you have Crump, 6 power. After an enemy creature is destroyed fighting Crump, its controller loses an Amber. Looter Goblin. I haven't seen this before. This is a rare, 2 power, elusive, Reap. For the remainder of the turn, gain 1 Amber each time an enemy creature is destroyed. So this is a Loot the Bodies, but as a creature. And you can use it repeatedly. You can stack Loot Goblin with Loot the Bodies. That's pretty terrifying, I guess, to an opponent. Smash! This is a 5 power creature. Stun a creature when it comes into play. Pretty simple card. Nice to use. Troll. This is an 8 power creature. When he reaps, he can heal 3 damage. That's pretty nice. I'm a little surprised when he reaps. He doesn't... I guess... Yeah, I guess this makes sense, right? You don't want him to just be unkillable. All right, now we're on to our Logos cards. You start off with Fogify. Gain an Amber. Your opponent cannot use creatures to fight on their next turn. That's decent, I guess, if you're trying to set up for something. Maybe you have Loot the Bodies or something like that in your hand, and you want to keep your Brobnar creatures alive. I don't know, something like that. It's always a weird thing with Fogify and Fogbank. It's more of just biding time. Library Access. This is a good Logos card. For the remainder of the turn, each time you play another card, draw a card. Then we have Positron Bolt. This is gain an Amber, deal 3 damage to a flank, deal 2 damage to its neighbor, deal 1 damage to the second neighbor. Good card, to 6 damage total. We have Reverse Time. This is a rare, haven't seen this before. Amber, swap your deck and discard pile, then shuffle your deck. Interesting. I'm surprised this is a rare. I don't feel like this deserves to be a rare, but I guess, you play a card, Reverse Time. Okay, well now you have 1 card in your deck and you know what it is, right? Something like that. Just maybe use it when you think it's most consistent. Scrambler Storm, this is a fun card. I always get this with Fogify, man. Gain an Amber, your opponent cannot play action cards on their next turn. Really good card. Oh, we have 2 of them. Scrambler Storm, nice. The downside here is playing both of these at the same time isn't super beneficial. It kind of sucks. Wild Wormhole, gain an Amber, play the top card of your deck. It's just a gamble, but I feel like this mostly benefits you because you get to play out of faction cards potentially, which is almost always useful. Bat Drone, 2 power, skirmish, fight, steal 1. Very simple card, very nice card. Good to steal. Ganymede, Archivist. I'm not a huge fan of this card, to be honest, but maybe it's just the art kind of doesn't impress me. It's a 3 power. When it reaps, you get to archive a card from your hand. Then we have Mother. During your draw card step, refill your hand to 1 additional card. I love Mother. I think it's a great card. Having potentially 7 cards in your hand is just really good. Your opponent might not ever have the chance to get it off the board. Valen Analyst. Each time you use an artifact, gain an amber. So far, how are we looking on that? Because I don't feel like it's good. We've had only actions for Logos, which is pretty rare. And then for Brobnar, we had Cannon. So far, this isn't looking like it's going to pay off. That's a shame. We do have an upgrade. This is a rare one. Haven't seen this one. Transposition Sandals. Amber, this creature gains action. Swap this creature with another friendly creature in the battle line. You may use that creature this turn. Ooh, that's cool. So you can swap it with another... Okay, yeah, that's neat. It is an action, so that kind of sucks. But, like, I don't know. I guess you combine it maybe with, like, Valen or someone that you might just reap with and not have, like, a phenomenal turn with. And then you can use it out of faction card or something like that. All right, now we're moving on to Shadows with Ghostly Hand. A great looking card. 2 amber, which is nice. And then you steal 1 if your opponent has exactly 1 amber. Decent card, pretty solid. Nerve Blast. Steal an amber if you do deal damage to a creature. That's a decent card. Poison Wave. Gain an amber, deal 2 damage to each creature. This is a pretty solid card. Yeah, second Poison Wave. All right, yeah, that's looking pretty interesting. I mean, we don't have a lot of Lobies. These are like our 2 main ones. Do we have 1 in Brobnar? No, yeah, we did. We have Looter Goblin. But still, it's a good wave clear. I mean, you use both of them. You use 3 of them and deal 6 damage to every creature. Oh, man, that's pretty funny. That's going to be interesting. Ooh, Routine Job. Haven't seen this one. This is a rare. Play. Steal an amber. Then steal 1 for each copy of Routine Job in your discard. That's a rare? I mean, is there another Routine Job? There is another Routine Job. That's it. So, you play Routine Job, you steal 1. Play Routine Job again, you steal 2. That's okay. I'm really surprised that's a rare. I can understand if it was a rare, if like it always came with 3 or maybe 4 copies. Yeah, 3 copies I think for sure. For 2 copies, I'm not sure that's worth it. The neat thing here is we do have like the Logos card reverse time, so you can kind of force these back, force 1 into the discard pile prematurely. I don't know. We have Seeker Needle. It's always a fun card. Artifact. Action, deal damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, gain an amber. And then, of course, we have the Logos card that gives us an amber for using it. Sadly, that means we only had 2 reusable artifacts in this deck. Nexus, Elusive, Reap. Use an opponent's artifact as if it were yours. You know, that does combo with the Logos creature, because the Logos creature was just each time you use an artifact, gain an amber. So, that's nice. Old Bruno, 3 power, Elusive, play, capture 3 amber. That's a decent card. Shadow Self, 9 power, deals no damage when fighting, but its neighbors, the damage dealt to them goes to Shadow Self instead. It's a good card to keep your squishies alive. And then lastly, the Smiling Ruth. This is a rare, haven't seen this one before. 1 power creature, Elusive, Reap. If you forged a key this turn, take control of an enemy flank creature. That is awesome. That is so cool. I feel like you're going to have a little... I mean, like, honestly, like, this in practice probably isn't going to happen a ton. But still, that's pretty neat. That's a pretty cool, unique card, Smiling Ruth. All right, guys, that was Henderson, the Viking of Windiar. I'm not super impressed with this deck. Here's the deck list if you want to pause and check it out. I really didn't feel like it had a lot of synergy. Could be wrong. We had a Looter Goblin rare, Reverse Time, Transposition Sandals, which is pretty neat. 2 Routine Jobs, so I consider that 2 rares, I guess, and then a Smiling Ruth. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this deck. I'm not 100% sold on this one either, which is a shame. But yeah, all right, guys, that was Henderson. I will see you guys in the next Keyforge deck opening. We're getting low on this deck display case, but we still have more after that, which is great. I'll see you guys then. Sayonara.